Hey everybody, this is Collin with Courageous Canines Dog Training. I'm back at Save a Friend to Homeless Animals in Skillman, New Jersey. Today I'm hanging out with my friend Bagel here. Now, Bagel is available for adoption along with a lot of other great animals here. Gosh, he's so sweet. My baby. So I'll have their information at the end as well as my own. But all I'm here today to do with Bagel is to basically play the paw game. So teaching Bagel how to give his paw on cue. Now, this can be actually pretty easy. A lot of dogs already like to paw at stuff, right? It's pretty natural behavior for them to want to like dig and paw. What we're doing, when putting it on cue is, just partly teaching them what we would call touch targeting. So kind of like teaching them to bump their nose to our hand. This is a different way to teach them to bump a different part of their body to us. And it also can help us overcome nerves around having, our paws handled and being held onto for, a few seconds, starting with just that initial brief contact can be a great way to start. So when I get this one going, I'm going to lure to get started, which means use a treat to kind of make it really obvious what I'm after. So I'm going to kind of pin this in my hand, and I'm going to have my hand kind of turned upside down like this. And I'm going to put it down in front of him, kind of close-ish to the floor, right near his paws. Not all the way down, but just kind of hanging in the air. I'll look away just to make sure things aren't too exciting and that he can stay focused. So what I'm doing is kind of letting him problem solve on this one. Because he's nudging, he's nosing, he's licking, right, and nothing else is working. All I need him to try is to bump that. Good. So we got a little bump of the paw. Now, one thing you'll find is many dogs are left-brained or right-brained, just like we are. So they'll have a side preference. He might prefer right paw or left paw. So I can play around with that since he gave me his right paw. All I'm doing is, again, kind of putting that treat there in that upside down hand, because eventually the treat's going to go away, and I'm just going to present that upside down hand, right, to ask him to give his paw to me. Good. So he actually gave me his left paw that time. Dogs can also be ambidextrous, just like us. Good. Good. Nice. Good. Now, if your dog is really set on one side or the other, you could also essentially teach them to differentiate. You can, go with whatever their favorite side is first as paw, and then eventually I'm going to try and teach them other paw and try and guide them with their other side, if possible. Now, I try and do this at least 8 to 10 times. Really, I want to see him get really nice and quick with it. Oh, got a little free crumb there. The faster he is, the more likely I'm able to make that transition away from having the treat in my hand. Good. The number of repetitions for luring can change from every dog to every other dog. One dog, it might be really easy just to get away with that 8 to 10 sequence. Some dogs just take a little longer. Good. Now that was some good response right there, right? No hesitation. So I gave him an extra piece. Good. Jackpotting their better responses can definitely help them learn faster as well, just like getting the timing right. Good. Just like that. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Now, what I'm going to try to do on the next one is basically make my transition from luring to hand signal. So all of a sudden, that hand that I'm going to present in the same position does not have a treat in it. And you just kind of do this without telling them. You just sort of... Good. Just like that. Good boy, bud. And I gave him another little jackpot for making that big leap. So once I have a hand signal, then I can start attaching a word to it. So words gain meaning in dog training, especially when they just come right before another event. So as I play this game, I'm just going to start saying, paw. Good. Paw. Good. Paw. Good. Paw. Nice. What a good boy, bud. So smart. What a good student. Paw. Nice. What a good boy. And look at that. He's lingering a little bit longer. Perfect. Good boy. I'm going to praise him. Good. And just keep my hand there. Good. That can be how I start building up some duration so that I can hold on to his paws longer when I need to clean them or when I need to do his nails. That kind of fun stuff. Right? What a good boy. Huh? Good boy, bud. Nice. That's a good boy. So, like I said, I'm Collin with Courageous Canines Dog Training. This has been Bagel. Bagel has been my assistant today, provided by Save a Friend the Homeless Animals here in Skillman, New Jersey. I'll have their information on the screen as well as my own. If you'd like to check out more of what they do or check out any of the animals they have, they're always looking for adopters, fosters, volunteers, and just supporters, people who are willing to donate to help keep the good work going. So thank you for tuning in today with me and Bagel, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Right, big guy? Bagel. Paw. Good. Very good. Have a great day. What a good boy, Bagel.